Hey everyone, today we are going to talk about one of the most important thinker in Western political thought, that is Plato. He lived around 427 BC to 347 BC in Athens and is often called the father of political philosophy. His ideas are so influential that even today political scientists and philosophers refers to them. So the question is, why did Plato think the way he did? Well, Athens in his time was really unstable. After the Peloponnesian War, the city was full of corruption and political chaos. People were more interested in wealth and power than justice. Then came in a big personal blow. His teacher Socrates was executed by the Athenian democracy, even though he was innocent. This deeply shocked Plato. He realized that when unwise people rule, justice suffers. Basically, Plato wanted a society that was stable, moral, and just, where rulers are wise and everyone does their natural role. This is what shaped their political ideas. Let's talk about what was his prominent ideas. First, theory of ideas. Second, theory of justice. Third, theory of education. Fourth, theory of communism of property and wives. Fifth, theory of philosopher king. In theory of ideas, the one of the prominent statement is reality is the shadow of ideas. Let's talk about what is the meaning of reality is the shadow of ideas. Plato identified idea as a ultimate truth or true reality. He further explained that what we sense or know through sensory organ is just reflection of ideas but are not true reality. And idea is essence of everything which remains constant, permanent and never get destroyed. Thus it is true reality. The physical world which we experience is temporary, image of ideas, physical manifestation of ideas. There is a difference between knowing and knowledge. In the physical world we know, we organize facts and information, not knowledge. Plato expressed his philosophy through the allegory of cave. In this, people mistakenly understand shadow as a reality. Let's understand what is the meaning of allegory of the cave. People often see only shadows of reality and think that is the truth. But true knowledge comes when we step out of the cave and see the real world. Example: imagine a group of people chained inside a dark cave from birth. They can only see shadows on the wall made by objects behind them. They think the shadow are the real object. One person escaped the cave and sees the sunlight and real objects. He realized the shadow were just illusion. The real world is outside. If he goes back to tell others, they might not believe him because they are used to the shadow. This understanding that physical world is temporary, the realm of ideas is permanent, is specifically crucial for ruling class. Rulers must understand that power, wealth, glory are temporary. Virtue and integrity is permanent. Rulers must be those who hold virtue and integrity. This is the philosophy of Plato with the purpose of searching for true knowledge. As we already told you that why he has given the philosophy in the beginning. There is two incidents. First, death of Socrates, and second, decline of Greek cities. These incidents forced him to think that rulers are incompetent and incapable. So he tried to define knowledge and make it mandatory or essential for ruler class. So he wants to make ideal state where justice prevails. So what is justice? Justice is performing as per natural trait. Justice is duty. Justice is derived from virtue. Plato believed that every born people has combination of certain character or attribute. He was saying that every person has three qualities. First, emotion of desire. Second, emotion of passion. And third, emotion of knowledge. The person who has emotion of desire are born to become trader, and the person who has emotion of passion are born to become soldier, and the person who has emotion of knowledge are born to become ruler. Every person has these three qualities, but one character is dominating. People must perform or play their role or choose their duty as per their dominant character so they can establish justice. Now the question is how a person will be able to know their natural trait or dominant trait. Here comes theory of education. Purpose of education theory is identification of natural trait, and second purpose of education theory is training. In theory of the ideal state is just when all the classes performs their rules. Philosopher work is to make laws, and soldier work is to protect state. Producer work is to provide resources. Education will be compulsory and elementary to everyone. It is provided by a state for each section of society. Some consider Plato as a first feminist because women can be of any of the class, these three class whatever they are suggesting. In theory of philosopher king, they says only those with knowledge of the good should rule. And one famous quotes is also in this theory of philosopher king, that until philosopher become kings or kings become philosopher, there will be no end to the trouble of states. Government must be knowledge based, not passion based. Let's talk about communism of property. He identified property as evil which can divert the first two class, and it's recommended that first two class can't hold property. A state will take care of basic needs. They should eat together and can hold a common kitchen. With the communism of property, he is trying to address corruption or a corrupt method to earn money. He also believed that the people accumulate more property than they use. Let's talk about communism of family. His concern is family is diversion. Guardian and soldier class must not allowed to hold family. Here guardian class is also known as ruler class. They are focusing on community parenting. Kids should be nurtured by state. No private family will be allowed for first two class, but not the third class. All men and all women can live separately in different groups. All children born out of such relation will be nurtured by a state. A state will provide their education and training. No parents will be aware of their kids, and no kids will be aware of their parents. Now, method to identify the dominant character in the Plato's theory of education. The dominant character is the part of the soul that guides a person at each stage of education. For example, in early training like music and gymnastics, spirit and appetite dominate, while in higher learning like mathematics and dialectics, the reason dominates, and it can be identified by looking at the purpose of the stage, whether it is to control desire, develop courage, or cultivate wisdom. That's it for today's video on Plato. If you liked it, hit like and subscribe and comment below which thinker you want next. Thanks for watching.